To wait another day to get your smile back. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
Buy an iCool mattress set and get a free adjustable base upgrade at Mermaid Mattress.
There is a lot of talk these days about how to make your money work for you, and there are lots of different ways that you can do that, from finding different ways to invest your liquid money to using investments that you might already have to work for you. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning, because Nathan Guerrero is back on the show from Mortgage South. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again.
And of course, you were here last time talking about your reverse mortgages,
Sure.
which are probably more popular now than perhaps they have been in a while.
Well, we've seen a lot of demand. Of course, we're affected by interest rates too, just in different ways, but especially people that have home equity lines of credit. A lot of times those payments have tripled with the higher interest rates. So they can come and see me and we can kind of refinance that into my loan. They don't have a required monthly mortgage payment with my loan and still have some access to credit. So that can be a big relief for people.
Okay, so let's break this down a little bit, because people may have heard about this, but they don't know exactly the ABCs of it.
Sure.
So I'm imagining that most people are retirees when they come to you?
Yes, they're typically retired and they're looking to leverage, in many times, their largest asset. So even if they have $200,000-300,000 in a 401k, or maybe they don't, they may have a house worth $300,000 to $500,000. So at that point, it's their biggest asset. So if we can find a way to leverage for that during retirement, whether it's to create cash flow or additional nest egg, that's what they come to me and I just advise them. We've been doing that for a very long time.
Okay, so let's go back with let's say it's a 78-year-old couple, we'll pretend. And they do have a decent bit of money in a retirement account. Let's say $500,000. But their house has appreciated, it's paid off.
Sure.
And we're going to pretend that it's worth $600,000.
Okay.
And they come to you because they've got maybe some medical needs,
right,
with some expenses that their monthly income can't cover.
Sure.
Are they going to take out a fixed loan from you, or is it like a revolving amount?
They're going to take out, if they do a reverse mortgage with me, we're going to basically open up a reverse mortgage line of credit for them. All right, so it's an open-ended line that they can pull from as they need. But if they have ongoing medical expenses and there's someone coming in to see them on a daily, weekly basis, maybe they have a $300,000 line that's available to them and they want to start cash flow of $4,000 or $5,000 a month to help offset the sitting service. So that's just one element of what we can do.
Okay, so if we can go with that same scenario and they do it that way, and let's say it is $4,000 a month that they need,
Sure.
and after 2 years they realize, we're going to have to move.
And many times that happens. A lot of times people want to stay at home as long as they can. Then maybe they realize they have to transition. But it's very important to understand that this is a loan like many other loans. It has to operate in many ways the same as any other loan that's approved in the state of Tennessee.
Okay.
So they own the home. The lender does not own it. They can sell it at any time. They just need to get a good realtor involved, put the house on the market, sell it, pay off the reverse mortgage loan. Any remaining equity they get to keep.
Okay.
That could go towards their care. And if we've had basic appreciation on the property, which nationally we look at 4%, but depending upon where you're at here can be more than that, that's helped offset some of that cost. So maybe they walk away close to a break even.
Right. Okay, so you mentioned in the state of Tennessee. You've done some traveling in the state of Tennessee.
Yep.
And you met a man whose name many people might know, Dwayne Eddy.
Yes, it was really incredible. We became friends, family friends, super genuine, humble, fantastic guy, and it was just such a pleasure to get to work with him.
So people might know his name. If they don't, set up for us before we hear from him, because he's become a customer of yours.
Sure.
Who he is.
So Dwayne is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's traveled overseas. He has a big following in London. He's worked with Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, Alison Krauss, met Elvis. We talked about that, the conversations that he's had, Sammy Davis Jr., just incredible to hear those stories of where all the different places that he's been. So a super impressive guy too, super humble.
So you see those pictures of him as a young guy, but eventually we do all get older. So he and his wife live in the Nashville area now, and they use your services and he wanted to talk about it.
Sure.
So here
Yep.
you can hear from him.
Having the reverse mortgage has been,
a godsend.
it has, that's the word.
Because of COVID, things stopped.
It did. It shut
Sure
right
did.
down
Sure did.
entirely. Nobody was working. It was like 2 years we couldn't work. I didn't get rich off of music all my life, but doing it. But I made a good living.
And then so when we were able to accomplish no mortgage payment, what did that feel like? What did that mean to you?
It was unbelievable. This means a large amount of money every month that we were able to hold on to, that we were able to use to, other payments, put some savings, because it was a pretty good amount of money every month. Having the reverse mortgage has been,
A godsend. It allowed us to pay for a lot of bills that we might have had to skip or let go for a while. We didn't want to do that. We've always prided ourselves on paying everything when it's due.
And I think that's something really key to point out, that you've built up to a point in your life with integrity, right? And you don't want to think about those bills not being able to be met. And that's a
Sure.
real worry for folks. You don't want to lose your good credit. all
Well,
of that.
and I'll just go back to the home equity line of credit, and in its place, it can be a great loan. I have one. Many people have them, but as people get into retirement, and many people have leveraged their home during extremely low interest rates, right? So we may have taken out that $100,000 home equity line to help somebody go through school or to do many other things, and we had a $400 a month payment. That payment might be $900 to $1,200 a month now.
Wow.
So it's putting pressure on income in retirement. So yeah, nobody wants to start missing bills or start doing things, but they're starting to realize, all right, something's got to give at some point.
So here is where you can find Mortgage South. They're on East Brainerd Road here in Chattanooga. The phone number might be your best bet to reach out to Nathan, 624-3878. You can also go online, mortgage-south.com. Can you begin the process online, or can they call you?
They can look at the process online, but really with what we do, it's really a more personal touch. We're obviously develop great relationships with our clients, so coming in for a meeting, obviously no obligation, but to be able to sit down eye to eye, discuss what that might look like for the individual is really important for us.
That's the answer I think they wanted to hear. Nathan, thank you.
Thank you.
Your time is important. Local 3 News Today has everything you need to start your busy day.